Welcome to the 3 for 3 Meet the Candidate series, presented by the Miami Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. The 3 for 3 series is being brought to you by our Social Action Committee. This committee works under the auspice of our organization's political awareness and involvement programmatic thrust, and is charged with providing programs and activities that foster, among other things, voter registration and voter education. It is imperative to mention that the members of the Miami Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority are not and will not endorse or promote any candidate. To that end, we invite you to watch the 3 for 3 Meet the Candidate series. This series will offer you an opportunity to preview several candidates running for office in Miami-Dade County. In an effort of providing a level and inclusive playing field, we invited all of the qualified candidates running for Miami-Dade County Board of County Commissioners, Miami-Dade Circuit and County Judges, and the Miami-Dade School Board during this 2020 primary election. Note that some of the candidates did not respond to our invitation. Candidates within the same group were asked the same 3 questions, where they were given a maximum of 3 minutes to answer. We hope that you enjoy our program. Remember to register to vote and to vote by mail for your safety. Now, let's meet the candidate.
Thank you, Regina. Today we have Judge Mavel Ruiz, candidate for Circuit Court Judge Group 67. Thank you for being with us today.
Oh, it's an honor. It's an honor to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
Our challenge is we have 3 questions and you have 3 minutes to answer each question. Are you ready?
I am.
First question, who are you as a candidate and what are your priorities?
Well, as a candidate, I am, I bring to my job who I am. I'm an immigrant. I came to this country when I was 5 years old. My parents barely had an education. So I know that in this community in Miami, that's something that a lot of people can relate to. They basically live the American dream in that, I mean, we're not wealthy at all, but my parents were able to buy a house and put their kids through, help their kids in school. So I went to college, and when I was in New Jersey and New York, I read a book called Against All Odds, and it was about a political prisoner. And I really became interested in the law, and that's what motivated me to become a lawyer. And that interest in people that are incarcerated followed through once I graduated from law school, and I came down to Miami. I came back home, and I started working for the public defender's office. So it was coming back to my community. I grew up in Hialeah. I went to Miami-Dade College North. Then I moved to New Jersey. I went to Rutgers undergraduate in Newark, and go Knights, and and to Rutgers Law School. So I came back and I started working at the PD's office, as I mentioned, and I spent 19 years working with people that really didn't have the money to afford an attorney. But I think that's an amazing thing about our country, is that if you don't have the money to defend yourself, the government will give you an attorney. And so I spent 19 years doing that. And in doing that, I racked up 50 jury trials, thousands of depositions, thousands of evidentiary hearings and bench trials. It's too many to count. Eventually, it really got hard to represent teenagers that were charged with life felonies. To stand there next to a 14-year-old and beg for 10 or 20 years is really very tough to take. So I thought that I could really be fair as a judge. And so I ran and I was elected in 2014. So I've been a judge for almost 6 years. And I requested to go to the juvenile division, and there I worked for 3 years as well. I have a passion for children, for the children of Miami-Dade County, all kids. And then I went to the civil division, and I've been there for about a little over 2.5 years. And there I've done more than a trial a month, a jury trial. So I have 29 jury trials in a matter of 26 months. And one of them was a tobacco case, which requires handling hundreds of jurors. So that's basically my background and my history.
Next question. How will you work to achieve social equality and equity in the justice system?
You know, we the judges have just been trained at something called implicit bias. It's so important because this is stuff that creeps up into your mind and you're not even aware of it. And that's the scary part, is that you might have an opinion about, you know, I don't know, tall people, short people, whatever. And you don't want anything to creep into your decision as a judge. You want to make sure that what you're deciding is based on what the arguments that the attorneys have made and the law. You know, you want to be fair. And having defended people accused with crimes, you know, sometimes really that is very hard. And so the legislators have already decided, listen, this is how we're going to handle this situation. And what a judge has to do is respect that. But we have to do it equally. To everyone that stands before us, treat it fairly and equally. It's against our Constitution, which requires equality. It's the American thing. So I'm very, very committed to justice and to fairness, absolutely.
Last question. Why should we vote for you?
Well, I love that question because it brings up an amazing quote by Abraham Lincoln. And Lincoln said, if you want to see somebody's character, give them power. Why? Because once somebody's in power, then you really know who they are. So I have been a judge for almost 6 years, and I have had more than 400 contributions, individual, separate contributions to my campaign. I have had offers of fundraisers that we haven't solicited. We can't keep up with how many organizations want to do fundraisers. And I take that as proof that I'm fair, because in every case, someone wins and someone loses. And so if you did it respectfully and you're on time and you listen to the parties, you know, then they respect you. And so I feel like my experience and my time on the bench has proven that. I've been endorsed by AFSCME, by the unanimously endorsed by AFL-CIO, United Faculty of Miami-Dade College, SAVE, the PBA. I might be forgetting a few, but I'm very honored to have been endorsed by those thousands of people.
Thank you for taking time to talk to us today, and good luck on your candidacy.
Well, thank you for doing this. This is a wonderful service for the people of Miami-Dade County. Thank you.
Right.
All right. Bye-bye.